have adjusted the microphone level here a little. I thought that I might be a little too quiet, but I listened to the last cast and I think it was exactly the opposite. That was very loud indeed. So maybe it's a little better, a little more balanced now. We are getting straight into a game like that, and we have here in the lower left corner on Shakura's plateau Peter as the red Terran player, and we know him since before as one of the aggressive players on this level, and he's facing off against Seal, the blue Protoss player. He's relatively unknown. We don't really know what to expect here. I bet that Peter has done his homework though and know exactly what to do in this situation. We'll see. Will be really interesting to see how this turns out. Up until now, I don't know. I don't think they have met each other before, but there are always, of course, costs and replays in order to study your opponent. We can see that Peter is going for a quick scout here, even before, pretty much at the same time as he's starting his supply depot. Let's get up the production tab there so you can follow it as well. This is pretty standard from Peter. Going for this quick scout makes him aware of where the opponent is, and this might be a big mistake from Seal. Doesn't he know at all about this very aggressive style from Peter? If Peter gets this fast that he is going for the expansion this early on, or at least putting his buildings here in not as easy ramp to protect. This is 2 force fields wide, while this is only 1. Peter will definitely, I will guess, he will definitely try to take advantage of this. I mean, there are players that actually are able to keep this up and early expanding against Terrans, but I don't think many of them has actually faced Peter. So let's see what Peter is doing. He's doing a standard double barrack opening. That's nothing strange. He's doing this if he's going for a fast aggression. He's doing it if he's going for a more macro-oriented game as well. So that doesn't really tell us much. This forge that came up a while ago tells us that Seal definitely is going to try to make something out of this expanding and try to get a mineral advantage or a resource advantage in the macro game, and is already 3 workers ahead of Peter. So right now Peter is behind. If he is, I mean, he's not starting to pump any marines yet either, so but he's putting down the 3rd barrack. That is definitely 3rd barrack before even going for an expansion or any tech or anything. Must be a sign of an aggression, but he's not using it. He even has the money, so he's saving up for a command center perhaps. Or why isn't he building marines or anything else for that matter? No, this is definitely a save up. I would bet right now he is busy scouting. He is using his full 69 actions per minute. Look at that. That's high level when you ask for it. Let's see if any of those are spam actions. This is pre-patch, so it's actually 66 effective. Okay, I will never understand Blizzard's way of measuring those. Right now, there you have it. In 5 minutes, the expansion is going up for Seal. And look at this. This is Tech Labs on all, the 4th barrack, all 3 already existing with the Tech Lab on the going. It looks like a Marauder push of some sort. Of course, he can be pretty sure that that's why he didn't make the Marines in the beginning, I guess. Saving up a little. He is right now actually used up all those, so I was wrong when I thought he was going to expand after all. He will go for something else. It's hard to tell. We'll see. In the meantime, we can study the income rate, and that's pretty even for both players. And we can study, I don't know, do you have any suggestions? You can study the number of workers, that's always fun. Yeah, it's pretty even. So they are pretty even in all ways, but of course this second base for Seal will put him in a big lead after a while if this can go on. If it continues that way and if it goes to a macro game, I would put my money on Seal, but as we know, Peter usually do aggressive moves, and he has managed to supply block himself, I guess. Not for long though. That's not a mistake you will see him do very often, and I didn't see it from the beginning, so I don't think it was more than a split of a second. That can happen when you time out your builds this specifically all the time, having everything down to seconds. Of course, then it can be a small mistake, it can put you in that situation. Right now it is Marauders all for all the money, and he is already in quite a big army lead. He knows that he is up for this expansion. When you are expanding as a Protoss player and made it past this 8-minute mark, you have pretty much only one way to go, and that is to keep on scouting, because a Marine Marauder push from your player will be devastating. I don't think that Seal right now has the awareness that he needs. Is he going for the Blink Stalkers? What do we have in production? He's definitely going for Twilight Council, so I think he's going for some kind of Blink Stalkers. That can be a good way. Oh, well, look at this. Is this gonna clash? Oh, really good macro there, pulling his stalkers away, trying to save them, but it is quite a huge army coming here from Peter, and there are only one cannon. If we were able to scout this attack from the beginning, I could have put up, yeah, he's right now putting up a second cannon. Is Blink gonna finish? No, Blink will not finish. The Zealots need to get in there to do some damage. This is quite a heavy push. I don't know if Seal's gonna even be able to hold this. There is a 0 army value, and there is no cannons, and there is a lull in the chat, and I think Seal has to has to be good sports about this as usual, and tapping out, leaving that game. And it was an easy victory for Peter. He very early saw that expansion. He is an expert on micro and on aggression. He just made this Marauder push look splendidly easy. That was incredible, and I'll be back with more StarCraft 2 Starcasts in just a little while.